Alex, and I run a Instagram and YouTube called
Mhm.
LoveSugarShow. So thank you for joining me for this interview.
Thank you for inviting us. Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you.
So the first question I ask anyone is, how's everything going so far?
You mean with the album, I guess.
Just with your day album, just kind of in general.
In general, so I don't know if you can see the background. Actually, it's the last day of my vacation, family vacation. At last, we had some family vacation for this year, and it's our last day here. I'm in the island of Lesbos. It's in Greece. It's in the northern part of Greece. And we just returned back from our beach, from the beach,
That's
Yeah,
awesome. Well, thanks for
yeah.
taking time out of your vacation for doing this interview.
No worries. The other guys didn't have time at all. They didn't have time to do it. So yeah, I had to. But of course, but
Well,
of
I
course,
love the background.
thank
It
you
looks
so
really
much.
peaceful.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. It's actually the place where I spent most of my childhood summers. Yeah,
Aw, well, that's always
yeah,
special.
yeah.
So how do you feel now that the album has been out?
It feels fantastic. It's been way too long, to be honest, because I started composing these songs back in 2016, uh, but I wasn't in a rush,
Hmm.
and due to for professional reasons, and because I have a job that it's quite difficult. I need to travel a lot abroad, away from Greece, and so I didn't have the time to finish these songs earlier. Um, and Actually, I didn't want to rush things out.
Hmm.
I wanted to complete the songs when I felt that the complete cycle has finished, and I'm really, really happy that the album is out at last. And I have to thank each and everyone that already bought the album or sent us an email, or we have a very positive feedback so far, and I never expected that, and I'm quite grateful for all that uh is happening now.
Hmm. What were you expecting when the album came out? Because I know you mentioned like you weren't expecting to get such positive feedback.
uh what was I expecting? I don't know, maybe I always, to be honest, I always believed in the music.
Hmm.
I mean, I always believed that the album is good, and I wanted to write songs and music that I wanted to listen to.
Hmm.
And we were always discussing with the guys of the band that okay, we do it for ourselves, but if there's only one more person that likes it, then we're totally fine with that. So we would be happy even if it was just one person that
Hmm.
liked the album. But now, of course, even we will like it even more. Yeah, yeah.
So in the bio I read, you said that we knew it would hurt a lot in the end. We hoped that we would find redemption. Can you kind of dive more into what you meant by that?
Yeah, sure, of course. Uh, I don't know. Have you listened to the album? I guess you had. You
Yeah.
have listened to the album. Fantastic, fantastic, perfect. Thank you. Well, what I have to say, um, and I will leave some ambiguity here. I want to give you all the details. Is that this album is about a being, a person, or something like that that starts a journey. Um from its mother's womb until the end. Well, we always wanted to express and be the voice of the victims in general. And what I mean by that is that we will like to sing and talk about social issues,
Mm-hmm.
child trafficking, child abuse, human trafficking, that kind of things. And we wanted to be the voice of these people. Uh, we hope they will find redemption.
Mm-hmm.
We hope they will find what we call it somehow a catharsis, and yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh wow, what inspired you to kind of write about these deep things?
Um, yeah, sure. I always like this kind of music. I mean, funeral doom or death doom in general, atmospheric music and slow music.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I do respect all these bands that write about sadness and loneliness. Okay, of course, I do respect these feelings and these situations that one might have been into, but I wanted to uh, talk about something else.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the inspiration came from uh, from some images and thoughts I had in my mind, and of course, I don't know if you can recall. Before I told you that I had a lot of business trips in various parts of the five continents, so
Mm-hmm.
uh, I feel quite lucky that I opened my eyes and I have seen many awful things, child labor or you know poverty or trafficking, and yeah, that was the inspiration. These are people that need to be heard. That's what I wanted to do, and of course to express ourselves through this music. And if we could only be their voice.
Well, that's awesome. I love that about metal. It feels like there's always something really deep that people are talking about instead of, I mean, other people who do other music is great too, but I love that metal is just so deep.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks. I hope there are other bands too that will do that thing. But I don't know any for the moment. I'm most probably I may be mistaken, but I don't know any other band at the moment.
So one thing I did notice about the album is it's very unique and, there's four songs on it, but each song is so long, it's still like a full album. Did you do that
Mhm.
on purpose or did it just kind of happen to be an accident?
No, it's not an accident. Back in the day, I used to play also in another doom band that and that kind of music, the slow music is what I like the most. And when I started composing, it just didn't feel complete, let's say, in 4 minutes or 6 minutes long.
Mhm.
And yeah, it felt complete. The songs felt complete at I don't know, 13, 14, 17 minutes long, something like that. Um, it's no, it wasn't on purpose. And let me tell you also that um, I, 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 I wouldn't like uh, a song to be taken out from this album.
Mhm.
I mean, it wouldn't be complete, at least from me. So I couldn't do it. That was a risk actually, because due
Mhm.
to the duration, it's okay with the CDs, but it had to be released on a double vinyl, which is quite expensive. But
Mhm.
thankfully, our labels, yeah, believed in us and wanted to release it. So yeah,
That's awesome.
thank you.
So is there a reason that the last song is so long? Because I noticed out of all the songs, that one's 17 minutes and some
Hmm.
seconds.
If there's a reason that it's so long, well, yeah, there is. There is a reason. It wasn't complete until that one last. No, if you can recall that, that was dissonant. Let's say from the rest of the song.
Mhm.
The last song is about. I think it's quite obvious. It's about human trafficking. In the last song, "Persona," you can hear a the an interview of a victim of sex trafficking. Her name is Samantha. I do not know her in person, but it's her own voice, and she's talking about what's going on, what's about how it feels to be taken advantage of, and I wanted her story to travel through the song.
Mhm.
It's almost like mm, okay. I don't know if I want to be so secretive at last, but I will give you some details. I the images I had in mind was that uh, it was she was sorry, she was like starting her her one of her appointments,
Mhm.
and somehow it went wrong, or it went, let's say, how it usually goes, and I don't know, she gets into a dark bar or something, and then she
Mhm.
gets into the a track. I don't know, but, these kind of images. It's it was quite disturbing when I was thinking of these things, and even when I was trying to put these sections of the song together, although the one came after the other. So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, it wasn't complete until it was 17 minutes long.
Well, that is a really deep, so everyone should definitely listen to that song. It's so awesome how you incorporated like something real into the music because these are real issues that, a
Hmm.
lot of people don't talk about.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
So to get on a little bit of a more lighter subject, can you kind of tell
Hmm.
me more about this picture behind me and just kind of like what the thought process was about it? And I mean, I love
Uh,
it artistically.
you love that picture. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Well, what I can say about that is, we let me take it a bit from the beginning. I don't know if we do have the time, but I regarding the cover of the album, where you can see a being, a woman or whatever that is,
Mhm.
um, behind a veil. Well, that image, I saw that image. It was a photograph of a great friend of mine, Christina Hanyotu. She is a professional photographer, and I've seen that photograph about 2 years before we even started recording the album, and I already knew that that would be the cover of the album. I think that some details of the last song I was composing at the time weren't even there, but I did know that that would be the album cover. Now, since the photo shoot of that was already done 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, um,
Mhm.
we wanted to continue. with the band photos, but in the same way, aesthetically, I mean, in the same way that uh, the album artwork is, and since we do like contradictions, blacks and
Mhm.
whites, we wanted to be at this photograph you have on the background, the
Mhm.
ones that can see, the ones that do not have a voice, the ones that cannot speak, cannot reach out for help, or as a contradiction, the ones that close their eyes and do not see these victims.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So I have to ask, is there a favorite song that you have off the album?
Ooh, it's no, ma'am. That is quite difficult, but yeah, I think yeah, uh, no, it's really difficult, but okay. First thought is yeah, Persona and The Weight of Nothing.
Okay. Well, it
Yeah.
can also change too. So this is what it is
Mm-hmm.
today, but it can always change.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any favorite song from the album?
I personally like the one that has the story in it just because it's
Hmm.
so deep, and I was hoping that you would mention that. So I'm really happy
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
There
then,
is one more. Let me give you one more detail. There is one more photo that it's on the uh, back cover of the album.
hmm
Um, I don't know if you have seen that. I think it was in the in the promo material.
hmm
We there is one with all three of us with this veil down, and it's full of blood. Anyway, some red stains.
hmm
This was taken. This photo was taken outside of uh, a brothel. We
hmm
we we wanted to feel at least something that these people feel. Yeah, yeah,
Wow,
that's
that's awesome. Like I said, I love metal because the artist always dives so deep into things, and it makes it just so much better.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully. Thank you so much, Alex. Thanks.
So, what was the most difficult song to write on the album?
You mean to record or to compose? Sorry.
Either or, just whatever I guess gave the band a challenge.
Uh, the most difficult to record was Persona due to the saxophone part. Although it's only one saxophone in that song and not two, just like Bereft, the first one. It was difficult for me. I had something in mind. At first, I wanted to use a trumpet,
Mhm.
um, and but it didn't do the job. When I tried the saxophone, then I had to find a saxophone player to manage the working hours, everything like that.
Mhm.
And to also there is a very good friend of mine that is doing guest vocals here that we had to manage as well to um, bring him in the studio and record the vocals. And as I told before, it was quite disturbing, even for me. I mean, the first part of the song.
Mhm.
It was quite disturbing to listen to, and it made me think that, well, if you listen to the song, even if you listen to the song, let's say 5 or 6 times,
Mhm.
you're getting used to it. You're getting used to the screams, to getting used to these powerful words that Samantha says, and it becomes, let's say, um, just like becomes a common issue, something you've heard before, but then you're okay. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome that, I just love the deepness of this album. It's so great.
I-
I have to ask, what's next for the band? Because the album came out on the 23rd of last month. So what are you guys going to be up to now? Or
Well, for the moment, we're taking some time off. Um, we had some proposals, some offers to play some live shows.
hmm
Uh, but I always believed that our can you hear the donkey? Right?
a little bit, now that you mentioning.
There is a donkey in the background somewhere in the field. Sorry for that. It happens sometimes, yeah. So we had some offers for live shows, but yeah, I always believe that our music is best enjoyed in private, at
hmm
home, or whatever everyone wants. And I don't know if we will uh, do these shows, but in case we do it, we need to find some extra people, because the our main core is we are only 3 people, and that's
hmm
how we will remain. Of course, we do not have any problems with we have a lot of friends that play musical instruments, so it will be a live show with friends as a band, of course. But we want it to be perfect, and I think it's quite difficult to do it the same way as the album.
hmm
But we will see. In other news, yeah, there are some ideas. Uh, we may do, I don't know, may do a only slow jazz album. I don't know. Maybe we will see where it will go.
That would be interesting for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
So, one last question here for you. Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans, like new fans, old fans, or anyone interested in purchasing the album, or just kind of your
Yeah.
time to speak to your fans?
No, thanks for letting me do this. I think I will end this interview just the way I started. I would like to thank each and everyone that already bought the album. Yeah, I didn't expect that. Okay, I like the music, but I didn't expect that. And I'm very, very, very grateful. The album is out about 15 days now,
hmm
and you can order it if you're located in USA, in Canada. Our label there, which is from Canada, Hypaethral Records, can it distributes the album there. And in case you're in Europe, this hasn't smelled, the our Italian label, I distributes the album in Europe. So yeah, the listeners can go to their websites and buy the album, or from our official website. It's FOEHNGR.com, and there, of course, we have all the links to the social media pages and that kind of things, and the merchandise. I would like to thank once again each and everyone that uh, spend their time to send us an email or a comment or so much positive feedback. Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you, Alex, for inviting us to this interview.
Yes, of course. Well, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. For anyone who is interested in purchasing the album, I'll put links underneath the video so it's easy for you to
Thank you.
find. And again, thank you so much for taking your time for doing this interview.
Thank you for inviting us once again. Thank you. All the best. Thank you.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.